Hi friends! So a little over a month and a half ago, everyone was watching the live footage of NPR Raccoon scaling a skyscraper, anxiously awaiting his fate.
On Tuesday morning, some Minnesota Public Radio reporters noticed a raccoon apparently stranded on a ledge at the town square office building in downtown St. Paul. Reporter Tim Nelson tweeted he believed it had been there for 2 days without food or water.
And a lot of the comments that you would see on this video were along the lines of, "He's so cute, I want one, where can I find a raccoon?" So I kind of just wanted to start off with a little bit of a disclaimer. What happened to me was 100% my fault, and it wouldn't have happened if I'd been more educated in the situation. So I'm just kind of here to share my story in hopes that I can maybe prevent someone from making the same mistakes that we made. In our case, we were contacted by somebody who really didn't know what they were doing through a friend of ours. We were told that there was a young pet raccoon that an owner could no longer keep, and he really needed a home. We were under the impression that there was nowhere for him to go that wouldn't euthanize him because he wouldn't become accustomed to the wild. And that was our pure ignorance from not trying to find out more information, but we really love animals and we really didn't want him to get hurt. So we took him into our home. Now from the start, he did seem to be a little ill-tempered, but that's not uncommon for male adolescent raccoons. He was quick to throw these little raccoon tantrums. We just figured he needed a little bit more time to adjust, and we thought that we had all the love and attention and care that he needed. Boy, were we wrong. So we spent days working on making him comfortable, letting him have outside time on a harness and leash, letting him free roam our home, feeding him treats. We gave him a bath because he was really dirty and nasty when we got him. We really gave this guy the VIP treatment. Well, what we thought was the VIP treatment, but what raccoons see as VIP is much different than what people see as VIP, obviously. He just showed no signs of becoming comfortable. At this point, we were really beginning to wonder if he was ever somebody's pet. It really seemed a lot like he was snatched up from his mother, and it's really sad. Not to mention wrong. At this point, we really should have turned him over to wildlife officials, but we didn't because we're fucking stupid. We continued our efforts in trying to make him as comfortable as possible. Fast forward a few days, and we arrived to the day that I was attacked. That afternoon, I let him out of his enclosure. Fucking flies. I let him out of his enclosure to free roam that afternoon, as we had done many times before, and he was just acting extremely bad-tempered that day. He kept hiding and attacking pant legs, which again wasn't really uncommon for him, but how rough he was being was a little out of character. But let's be honest, if you're a raccoon trapped in a house, you probably wouldn't be very happy either. He started getting a little too rough with what we thought was play, and it started to come off more as aggression. He latched onto my stepson's leg, and naturally I intervened. I reached down for him and just picked him up and tried to carry him over to his enclosure, and that's when he turned on me. He kind of bent backwards and bit into this arm. I'll show you the scars. I kind of tightened my grip because I didn't want him to get loose. At this point, he'd become a danger to everyone else in the house. But he turned around and grabbed this arm in response to that. But by the time he grabbed this arm, I already had him at his enclosure. So I put him in the enclosure and had to go clean my wounds because I was bleeding everywhere, and there was a risk for infection. I'm an idiot, so I didn't go to the hospital for it. I just waited it out. Don't do that either, guys. It's stupid. So fast forward a few hours, and my husband came home with some butterfly stitches, and I just went ahead and handled myself. We both, after talking, agreed that this had become a little too much for us to handle, so we contacted a few acquaintances. One of them ended up knowing a wildlife official who promised us that basically he would be rehabilitated and not euthanized. And for us, that was a win-win. Even though the raccoon attacked me, I didn't want anything to happen to him. And it's not his fault that he ended up in this situation to start with, just simply being a raccoon who got caught up in the wrong situation. So we've gotten a few updates. He was released into a sanctuary, can't be hunted, he won't be bothered, he gets to live out his little raccoon life and be happy. Here are the scars on my left hand. They're kind of small now. And there's the one on that arm. Also lightened up a bit. Thank goodness. That one, the fat was actually hanging out. It feels like a funny bone whenever you hit it. If you like this video, please feel free to subscribe. I put out new videos every Monday. If this video wasn't really your cup of tea, I'll see you again next week with something much more lighthearted. I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye!